How's it going, Top Forest TV? My name is Jack and welcome to my preview for Nottingham Forest versus Bournemouth taking place at the Vitality Stadium. So, two teams who are enjoying a really good season, a really impressive season, and I think this could be a really good game. It's a shame, to be fair, this one's not on TV because this would have been a really good one for the neutral to watch. Bournemouth are a really good side. They've got a really good attacking quartet, if you will. I know they do have a couple of injuries at the minute, but I know that they usually have Evan Nilsson, Semenyo, Sinistera, Clivert, who scored a hat-trick and got an assist against Newcastle. They sometimes have Tavernier in there. They've got a really exciting side to Bournemouth, and obviously we know as Forest, we've got a really solid defence and a really exciting side all round, as do Bournemouth really. So it's going to be a really interesting game, and I'm really excited to see how this one pans out. I think it could go either way. Bournemouth being at home is helpful to them. I was at the reverse fixture the opening day of the season. It was a 1-1 draw. I think it was a game where Danilo got his injury, but he is back now, so that's really good news. I think it's going to be a really interesting game. Two of the form sides in the division, who you probably never would have expected us to be where we are at the start of the season. We're both in the top 6, top 7, and it's brilliant. I think they're 7 points off us. And look, it's been a really great season for the pair of us, so it'll be a really interesting game. Looking back on the recent fixtures then at their ground in the Premier League, it's been a draw in both games. 1-1 in both games. Last season it was Callum Hudson-Odoi who cut inside and scored a lovely goal to equalise for us, and it was Sam Surridge in the first season in the Premier League where he got his goal against his former side to level it to 1-1. So is it going to be another draw? Who knows? I think to be honest with you, I think I might take a draw, to be honest. I think, obviously, I want 3 points, of course. Every game we play, I want 3 points. And where we are now, if we ever want to try and catch Liverpool, we need to win every single game, pretty much. But I would take a point, I think, being sensible, they're a really good side. They've got a really good manager in Iraola, someone who I think is really underrated by a lot of fans. And I think we can be happy with the point if we dig in and defend and do what we need to do. But ultimately, I want the 3 points. And I think that's what Nuno wants. That's what the players want. And I think majority of the fan base want the 3 points. Or all the fans will want 3 points, won't they, of course. But, look, I think you've got to be realistic, though. And we know that Bournemouth are a really good side with some really good players. Is it Dean Huijsen, that centre-half they got from Juventus? He looks really good. The battle of the two young centre-halves in Murillo and Huijsen, or I can't quite remember how you pronounce his name, but it's going to be good. It's going to be really good. Really exciting game, and I think it could be one of those ones that is going to be high up on the pecking order for match today. I think it's going to be a really interesting game, really, high intensity and that sort of thing. So yeah, can't wait for it. And I think I'll take a point, but I think we've got what it takes to beat them. But they've also got what it takes to cause us some serious trouble. So it's going to be really interesting to sort of see how things pan out in that situation. I mean, we've had some history with Bournemouth recently where they had a game in the season where we got promoted, both got promoted at the same season, where there was a bit of a wind, it was like a storm or something, and it like knocked the sign off the stadium, so it was like a thing of, for safety of fans and stuff, the game was cancelled, but also they had quite a few injuries, and we were on a good run of form, and we were potentially going to catch them up and that sort of thing, and then when that game got replayed, it was a game that Bournemouth needed. Well, if Bournemouth won, they went up automatically, and they beat us, Kiefer Moore with a goal, and it was 1-0 or 2-1. I can't remember. I think it was 1-0. Kiefer Moore from a free kick, they beat us. They got automatic promotion, but then we went a couple of weeks later to Wembley and won in the playoff final and had some amazing memories along the way with the Sheffield United playoff semi-final second leg, which was the penalty shootout win. It was absolutely incredible, absolutely incredible. And then obviously the amazing win that we had against Huddersfield at Wembley. So, you know, you could say, oh, it's a shame that we lost, but also we had some incredible memories going forward from that. A lot of Bournemouth fans like to rub it in our face that they beat us to get promoted, but it just meant that we got to experience the best day we could possibly ever experience as a football fan at Wembley. I was at Wembley, but I was in Nottingham for the game for the day of the game and watched it in a pub, and it was great atmosphere in there. But look, I think going back to this game, they're going to have some players that are going to cause issues, but they do have injury issues. They have one of the highest injury lists in the division. We're not too bad. We have a couple of players injured, but like they're sort of coming back from injuries. Hudson-Odoi, though, did go off in the last game. So I think the Southampton game. So it'll be really interesting to see whether he'll feature in this one. Obviously scored a goal last time he played at their ground. So it'll be nice for him to get another one there. But I think, I don't know the severity of the injury. I'm not too sure. So we'll see whether he's featuring in this one. But for Bournemouth, they've got a lot of injuries, and they have to field a lot of, they have to put a lot of youngsters on the bench because they don't have the senior players to fill a full squad, which, we have been quite blessed this season. You look at a lot of teams and they've had a lot of injury struggles. Arsenal have had injury struggles. Newcastle, I don't know about Newcastle actually. They did last season. I don't know about this season. I'm not too sure. Tottenham, it's been well documented about Tottenham. They've had a lot of injuries. Bournemouth do have a lot of injuries, so it's an opportunity for us to face, use an unfortunate situation to help benefit us. But look, I think I can't wait for this game. I really can't wait for this game. It could be a real cracker. Like I mentioned before, two teams are on some fantastic form, and I just really can't wait for the game to get underway, to be honest with you. I think it could be a really fantastic game. Like I mentioned, it's a shame it's not on telly because a lot of neutrals would really enjoy it. But I think we've got enough to get 3 points, but we're going to have to be on the best game. We're going to have to be 100% focused and 100% on it, which I know Nuno will stress so much. And I think we're going to have to be on it, be ready, be focused, or else we could get caught. Like Newcastle on a really good run of form. You think going to St James's Park, they're definitely the favourites, Newcastle, but they got turned over 4-1, and we don't want to be anything like that. We don't want to be going in thinking, we're favourites and whatnot, which I don't think Nuno will do. I don't think Nuno's the kind of manager to say that we're favourites in any game. We've got to put everything into every game that we play, and I think we don't want to cause the same problems that Newcastle caused for themselves. And we really need to make sure that we're strong and we're solid and we're focused, which I have no doubt that we will be. And can't wait to see how things are going to pan out. Like I mentioned, they've got a really dangerous, exciting, attacking lineup in their squad. Some really good midfielders, Lewis Cook and Ryan Christie. I really like them. Hoisted at the back is a solid centre half. I really rate Milos Kerkez. I won't be surprised if he gets a move in the summer. I know Arsenal are sniffing and Liverpool, but I think they've got a really good side there and a really good gaffer. So it's not going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination, and I'm really intrigued to see how things pan out in this one. In terms of the Forest lineup, then I think you go with Sells in goal. Why wouldn't you? He's been fantastic this campaign. Leader of the Golden Glove race, which is brilliant to see. Back four, don't see a reason to change it. Aina Milinkovic, the man who just signed a new contract, Murillo, which is massive news. And then Williams at left back. Holding midfielders of Dominguez and Anderson, I think they work really well together. Dominguez is just full of energy, full of running, full of tenacity, can get into a tackle. And Anderson, I was really pleased that he got his goal, really good on the ball and got a good strike on him. I think Hudson-Odoi, if he's fit, then I'd play him. If not, then you'd go for someone like Ramon Souza. Alanga on the right. Morgan Gibbs-White in behind Chris Wood, who also signed a new contract. It was a 2-year contract for him, a 4-year contract for Murillo, which is brilliant to see. Ola Aina next, please, sir. And then Morgan Gibbs-White coming up sooner rather than later. But look, cannot wait. So excited for this one. Really think that we've got an opportunity to really show what we're about, really go to a side like Bournemouth and give them an actual game, but then they have a chance to show everyone what they're about, playing against a high informed Forest side and getting something. So, yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. I mean, it's a tough one to call, but I think we've got enough in us to get the 3 points, but Bournemouth are no pushovers by any stretch of the imagination. They're enjoying a really great season of their own, so, yeah, can't wait for this one to start. It's going to be a cracker. I say that. It's going to be 0-0 now, and it's going to be a bore fest. But no, I think it's going to be an absolute cracker, and I can't wait to see how it pans out. But yeah, let us know down below what you think might happen in the game, your thoughts and your feelings, your starting 11, all that good stuff. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Smash the subscribe button if you haven't already. And come on, you Reds. Just realised I don't think I actually did a score prediction in that video. So I'm going to go for Forest 2, Bournemouth 1 goals from Chris Wood and his fellow new contract signer Muriello. Come on, the Reds.